right, so this is the welcome page that your candidates are going to see first. This pretty much duplicates the information that was on the invitation. It tells them the position they've applied for, how long the interview is going to take, and then the required equipment. So let's go ahead and get this interview set up. They do have to agree to terms and conditions before they can move forward. So I'm going to click I agree. And here's our welcome video. So if you remember,
we here at the K. Bassman Foundation.
There we go. We're starting off with the K. Bassman Ice Challenge, which is great. So I'm going to click continue. Now you're going to hear 3 loud beeps here in just a second. And this is just going to be checking my system to make sure I am able to take this interview. Okay, perfect. There we go. So this is your candidate's first opportunity to see themselves. So hey everybody. So your candidates can look around and see if they're comfortable with how they look and with their surroundings and lighting and that sort of thing. Now, if you look down here at the bottom, your candidates have 2 options. They can try a practice question, which is this big red button. This is obviously what we're driving them to go do. Or they can skip to the main interview. So let's go ahead and try a practice question. Now, this is just telling your candidates they only have 1 try to answer the video responses. So there's no redos, is essentially what this is saying. Okay, perfect. So this is the practice question, and this gives your candidate an excellent look into what the actual interview is going to look like. Now, I do want to mention too that you may see a slight delay in the video recording here, and that's just because this has been recorded. When you see the interviews, you won't see no delay. Okay, so the question's always on the left-hand side. The prep time is going to be right above the video screen, so right above your candidate's head, they're going to see the prep time. And again, this is that time that's configurable that we talked about when we set the position up. And then up at the very top, it tells them how long they have to respond, and then it reminds them that there are no retries. Then there's also an option here to hide the video. So what this means is if your candidate's a little uncomfortable watching themselves on video, they have the option to bring down a curtain. And I'm going to show this to you as we get started here. So let's go ahead and try a practice question. Okay, so as you can see, my time is counting down. Here's my question, why my background experience would be a good fit for this position. So I'm going to go ahead and click Start Recording. So it gives me a countdown here. All right, so let's say I'm answering this question hopefully well about why my background experience would be great for this position. I'm going to click Done Answering. And now we get to review the recording. All right, so let's say I'm answering this question hopefully well about why my background. Okay, so there we go. So as the candidate at this point, I have several options. I can go ahead and start the interview if I'm feeling pretty comfortable, or I can go do another practice question. So I can do as many practice questions as I want. I can do this all day if I'd like to, but something to keep in mind, and if you do talk to your candidates before they take their interview, the practice questions are the only time that they can actually go back and see what they've done. Once they're in the interview, again, there's no retries and they can't go back and see this. Okay, so if they're not comfortable, they need to do another practice question. But for us, we're going to say that we feel pretty good, and we're going to go ahead and start the real interview. Okay, so this is the first question. Why did you apply for this position? It's question 1 of 3, as you can see on the left-hand side here. It's a video response, so I have 3 minutes to reply. And here's my prep time. See, it's counting down, so we're down to under 20 seconds now. So let me go ahead and click on this Start Record button, and keep your eye on that button too, because I'm going to show you something about that here in just a second. All right, perfect. So what you notice is that button went away, so I cannot stop this recording right now. And the reason for that, it's a safety net. Just in case you accidentally double-click your mouse, you can still answer this question. So you have to talk for at least 10 seconds before I can stop it, which I can do right now. But let me show you this hide video button real quick. So if I'm the candidate, and again, if I'm not real comfortable seeing myself, I just click on that hide video button, and that curtain comes down. You will never know your candidate did this. You'll see them crystal clear. This is just for them. So let me show that video again. All right, perfect. So let me click Done Answering here. Now this is prompting me to go to the next question. Now why that's so important for your candidate is they do not have to take this whole video or this whole interview at one time. They can actually take a question, and in between questions they can pause. They can go, if the dogs are barking, they need to go to the door, whatever the case may be. They can do that and come back later. They can come back tomorrow, whenever is comfortable for them. So let's go ahead and go to the next question. So this is question 2 of 3. What days of the week can you work? It was multiple selections, so I can pick, however many days I feel like I can do. So we'll click Done Answering here, and again, it's going to prompt me to go to that next question. So this is the essay response. Give us your best tweet. Okay, so let's think of something kind of good here. I can't wait to use HireVue. Hashtag awesome. All right, so we'll click done answering, go to the next question, and here's our closing video.
Bassman International.
All right, so there's a great closing video for us, so let's go ahead and click continue. And at this point, I'm finished as the candidate.